Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and we are playing RimWorld today. Hit that like button for me if you're just coming in, and if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I promise you won't regret it. And here we are in the RimWorld on the Jedi planet. And things are going pretty smooth. We've got a few visitors moving in and out. I've been redesigning some of the walkways here. We are definitely going to make the switch over to individual rooms at some point. So I want our people to have as much space as possible. Also want this area to be connected to the main colony as best as possible. Now, obviously, this is not really an ideal walk path. I would like to cut it through like here, but I'm sure they'll make their way. What's important to me is that they can get to the front lines quickly from their bedroom. So if they're all asleep and we get raided, we've got something attacking us immediately, they can get up here pretty quickly, except for the people that are down in these last few bedrooms, I'm sure. And we'll probably have to add more, to be frank. I'll probably have to keep going down, but I might end up cannibalizing some of this yard here that we've got for our animals, just because they really don't need it. There's obviously not getting food from it. All their meals come from the kibble. So I could literally restrict them to just the barn if I wanted. And I might do that at some point in the future because this space here is going to become too valuable just to have them wandering around pointlessly. You know what I'm saying? If they were getting grass from it, if we were on the jungle and they were able to get, meals from it full time, well, then I'd keep a little patch of it. But no, not in this circumstance. So the only problem is there is some water over here. Let's click on our map overlay. There we go. So there's a little bit of water here I got to mess with. I wish I could get it up. I don't know if I can. I might have a mod that allows me to do that, but I don't think so. Let's see here. And I don't think the normal water thing will get rid of this, the water pump. I'm fairly certain that won't work. I also don't think I have it researched yet. Do I? No. I have the fire foam poppers, which is the reason why I've got my wall set back a little bit. You may ask yourself, what has he done here to the front lines? Well, it's a work in progress, but I've got to go ahead and get these walls moved now. Each one of these had a light on them, so I couldn't move them immediately. Had to move the light first. But now I've got to think about this power. I kind of want to bury this line, so I think I'm going to go back over this, set the power in front here. Yes, that'll work. Let's go to the power conduit. There we go. All right, now once we get that built, I can deconstruct the other one, so we won't be able to see it. Not that it really matters, but it's just nice not having to see a huge power conduit. Plus, I think the underground ones are a little bit harder to destroy. I might be wrong about that. They definitely take more like resources and stuff, although not much. Let's see here. That takes 1, and it's 1 work, while the underground is 3 steel and 50 work. So yeah, there's a difference there, but the underground is much better in my opinion, at least visually. Let's get this tree cut down, please. That's in our way. Also cut this one. I should probably go and order any wood chopped. There's not going to be much, I'll tell you that. I think I canceled it. Yeah, there we go. Not a lot. We've already cut down a bunch. In fact, this is our latest clearing effort. Let's pick those up, please. Very good. How much do we have? Yeah, not much. You can see we're going through it. We do burn through the wood, no pun intended, just because of all the traps we've got here. And I did order a bunch of beds set up earlier, so let's actually get these switched over now. These are for our guests. Whoops, no, not. There we go. So these are now guests. Of course, we don't charge here. We don't need to make money off of these. The Jedi, they just allow travelers to sleep here for free, no matter what the bed quality is, even if it has artwork on it, which most of them seem to. There's a normal one or two. Let's look at Pow. He's our littlest. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. He's our youngest adult. So where you at, Pow? I moved him around. Yeah, this guy became quite a good man. He was like a level 18 crafter, or construction, I should say, by the time he was like an adult, by the time he got to 13 years old. So this guy's the man. Look at his traits: tortured artist, steadfast, and industrious. So basically, when he's not constructing anything, that's not him. He's over here working on some statues for us, which is awesome. But he still kind of sucks at it, so that's okay. I mean, we'll give him time. The only problem is there's always a lot of construction happening, and there's going to be a lot more too because I think I'm going to get these walls smoothed. I'm not going to smooth the floors, but I am going to smooth out these walls here. So that'll take a nice little chunk of time. But if we check in on the greenhouse, everything's going pretty smooth down here. You know, I talked about installing the droids mod, and because I'm thinking about that just because of this food that's sitting out here. I haven't done it yet, and I really need to. I should probably do that right now. That'll allow us to get some hauling bots and stuff since we don't have any mechanoids whatsoever in this playthrough. You know, we can't really do a mechanitor or anything. So, yeah, I might go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, I have installed the mods, so we'll see how that goes. I did install another one too, which is I forgot to do this one, is the trading spot, so I can manually decide where my traders go to. But it doesn't look like it's here. I see salt. Oh, there it is. It's changed its shape. Used to be a square. Now it's like, what is that, a four-sided thing? Yeah, so, or not a four-sided thing. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. All right, so interesting. Let's see here. I guess I'll put it. I don't want to put it too close to the walls because sometimes those traders will get caught up in conflicts, which, you know, quite honestly isn't the worst thing in the world. Well, yeah, we'll just go ahead and put it right here for now. That's a good spot. New lovers, Vassarov and Vey. Okay, or V. Let's see. They can't actually sleep together until they get married. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set Vassarov, or at least I'm gonna set V here. One of the two of them. I'm gonna set them to this right here, so that I'll remember. Hey, these two are lovers. Maybe once they get married, we can put them together. We can have some more babies in the colony because babies are OP, man. Just takes a few years, and you got yourself an awesome colonist like Pal. We do need to start getting some more weapons, man. I wish we would get attacked. I know it sounds crazy, but we need some more regular old-fashioned raids from maybe a Star Wars faction or something. That would be incredible. Let's go, please. But anyway, I think the power is good, so we can go into deconstruct conduits. Let's get rid of this one. And this will disconnect us for a brief time. Oh, darn it. I always cancel it like that. This will disconnect us for a brief time here because we're going to need to replace these with some underground. But that's okay, as long as we're not getting attacked immediately. Let's see here. I can also go ahead and lay down my marble floors now, finally. There we go. That looks good. So let's see. Marble tiles is what I've been going with outdoors. Or slabs, I guess you call it. Just the plain old-fashioned stuff. Nothing fancy. Nothing crazy. Beautiful. All right, so this is getting close to done. I did have the idea of moving it back even farther, but for now I think we're going to stick with it, try and cope with what we've got here. Eventually, maybe, once I start moving everybody into individual bedrooms and this space becomes free, what I might do is move our production down into this and then get rid of this room altogether. So then we could actually literally bring the front lines back. You know, I might have to move the door of the hospital down to like right here or something, but if we did and double the walls over here and stuff. But yeah, I've made that mistake before where I had like the corner of the hospital, like part of the wall behind the turrets, and that doesn't work out well, man. Your hospital gets destroyed so often. So I don't know, we might have to move this or push it a little farther back. We'll figure that out in the future. Like I said, we've got to get every one of these people roomed individually before that happens. So we've got some time. Oh boy, well this is a big one here, guys. I've got a bulk goods trader. It's a ship, so it's a trade ship, but man, oh man, I've got a ton of stuff up here. So I'm giving them basically all our textiles, including our big old stack of crate dragonhide. I didn't want to do that initially, but I'm getting 1,200 steel from them, 360 for plasteel. I'm selling them our jade because we don't use it. I'm also selling them every piece of clothing we got, and I'm getting 152 gold. So like I said, this is a big one for basically just raw resources. Also, the chem fuel is ours, the components, the one advanced component they have. So this is a big one. Also, I noticed too, look at how old these donkeys are. Our original donkeys, I think, are 25 and 20 years old. Dang, I did not know donkeys could live that long. We gotta watch those guys. It's basically because I don't think we have much of a butchering order. I know I don't have a butcher order set for the Muffalo, which I should probably do. Look how many we've got. Yeah, let's actually go in there and look at that because I haven't messed with this since like the very beginning of the colony. Let's manage the auto slaughter. Yes, you can see donkeys, so I am limited to one male, one young. Let's take that off there. Yes, well, pregnant slaughter. No. So this will allow us to get more. We could probably bump this up to 2. And let's see here. 4 is still a good number, I think, for the adults. Donkeys, I am almost tempted to go to 0 with the donkeys because we're not using them, but for pack animals and all. But we'll keep them around. They were our original animal, so we can definitely go down on this. Let's kind of match this to what the donkeys have here. I will go with a higher number of females though for these. Not 9. Let's do 6. 6 on those, and yeah, that's good. That'll help us a little bit. Very good, because we do have just a ton of muffalos. Most of them are children, though, babies, so they won't be touched for the moment. So that's okay. But at least we have a little bit more order and stability going. Now, I am actually tempted to go ahead and get these guys moved into the barn itself. And I probably should put some lights in here. I just put that off for early on because we don't truly need it, but it will help with surgeries and stuff. And if our colonists come in here to train these guys, obviously they don't want to be in the dark, so that'll work. Also, I guess I'll smooth this wall. Let's see here. Yes, I will. So let me make the barn more beautiful, and we're gonna get all the animals inside. Now I'm thinking about this door right here. I guess I'll leave it just in case, but yeah, we're gonna get this all converted. Eventually, I guess I can take some of this power out of here. I'm going to try and deconstruct these. We'll see how this goes. It might be a smart thing to go ahead and get a second nuclear power up and running. This is going to take a lot of our advanced components. It's going to take 8 of them. But that's okay, because we can make more. So we'll see how quickly they build that, because I kind of want to deconstruct the solar generators too. Just move to straight nuclear. That would be really nice. And eventually we get advanced versions of these, so I'm not opposed to laying out like some advanced solar generators somewhere. But these need to go eventually. They're kind of in my way. So, because we could easily add more rooms like right here too, probably. Anyway, so let's stop worrying about that because we've got a notification for Kimmy, the little child here. So she has hit her growth moment. Let's see, she's 7 years old. Select 2 passions. Awesome. Artistic, plants, animals, crafting. Let's see, she's got no skills in any of that. Well, her shooting and melee are decent for being a 7-year-old, man. You don't mess with this 7-year-old. She's the one we caught going around after an infestation, and she was just walking around killing the insects that were downed. She would just walk up to it, finish them off. It was awesome. Okay, anyway, so let's see here. What are we going to do? Oh, boy, she's got some terrible traits, though. I mean, it's going to have to be body modder, right? I guess I could make her a chemical interest, but no, not in this colony. And passions-wise, I'm going to have to go for plants and animals, to be honest. Yeah, it's too bad she's not like another constructor, but she can't even do construction. Barely heard of it, skill level. Well, disabled construction. I wonder why that is. Interesting. Also, her artistic is disabled, but that has the ability to get a passion on it, so that's kind of weird. But anyway, so that looks decent. It really depends, like, her next growth moment, what kind of pawn she's going to become. But I do need to go in here now. Let's see, where's Kimmy at? Okay, so yes, she needs to be set for that. Not hunting, though. No childcare, but she does need to be set for this stuff here now. Okay, no hunting. Let's see. Yes, growing. I'll set these to a 2, and then I like to set plant cutting to a 1. All right, very good. We'll also set her up to do some research. Oh, never mind. Oh, she can only do that at age 13. Never mind. Okay, so she's just going to stick with cleaning and crafting and stuff. Or cleaning and hauling, I should say. Let's see. Should we also make her a stone cutter / smelter? I kind of want her to haul things first, though. So we'll do it like this. So she'll basically cut and smelt as like a last resort type of thing. And I just realized Addie is still of the cannibal ideology, but she hasn't had many violent mental breaks. So we're going to keep her around, I think, for a while. Why is this one little muffalo tied up right now? What happened there? Something I messed up, I'm sure. Oh man, I was just bragging about how great Pow is, but he starts a social fight with the Hussar. Probably not smart, buddy. I think you're gonna get your butt kicked, but I wonder what that was about exactly. Let's look here. Addie directly insulted Pow's beliefs. This drove Pow into a rage. Pow, you're supposed to be a pacifist, bro. If somebody insults your belief system, that doesn't mean you fly into a violent rage, because that kind of negates the whole foundation of your belief system. But oh well, Pow's still young. He's still young. He's only 13 or 14. He didn't quite get the light side yet. But check that out. We got Vulcan cannons. You know what I was just thinking about, too? One thing we really need to finish our research on is the ground penetrating scanner. Because I've got deep drilling, but I don't have the scanner yet. So I need that. Yeah, that's a big must. Because we're getting to the point now where we're going to need more and more of the resources, the more hard to find ones like gold and plasteel and stuff. So now we've got Vulcan cannons. I've got to put them in. Initially, I had thought about placing them right here. But the problem, where is it? There it is. The problem with Vulcan cannons, let's just say plasteel. Boy, 500 plasteel, no. We'll just go with the straight steel one. I guess I could do granite, but I don't have the blocks for it. How many do we need? We're close, but anyway, let me just get to the point here. So I was going to put them here, but you cannot put them in a position where it has a roof, so they need to be unroofed. Because imagine this is basically a tower, is what this is. It's a big turret on a tower, and I can't take the roof out of this location. I realized that after I mined it out because I'm a dummy, and this is all overhead mountain, so you can't remove that. There are mods that allow you to do it, but the one that I used to use, basically the way that it allows you to remove overhead mountain is it converts, like the computer or the PC senses all overhead or all roofs as like non-overhead mountains. So what that means is you'll never get an insect spawn. So, you know, there's consequences to using that mod, and I don't think I really want to. It would be great to just have a line of Vulcan cannons behind all the turrets, though, and I was thinking how sweet that would be. But as you can see, it's going to be a bit more challenging to get these babies set up. So I might put one here in this corner over here, because we can obviously move this thing. The shredder turrets too, I was actually thinking I might try and get some of those placed behind these. That's not a bad idea. We'll see how that works, and I might place more of those. Let me turn this off now. I don't need it. But yeah, we'll move that, and then I think if I deconstruct this, that'll potentially work, because I think these things can shoot through the or over the embrasures or whatever. We'll see. We'll test it all out. The Vulcan cannons, like I said, they're a little bit tricky, but they're really powerful once you can get them up and running. Very sweet turrets. Oh boy, well, we just got a solar flare. I guess it's time to see if this thing right here, this magnetic shield, can handle it for us. I know it can handle it, but can our power handle it? And I'll tell you what, I think it can, because we just got our second nuclear generator up and running. You know what I also want to do? I'm going to grab somebody like Froggy and force them to refuel these. I want these things topped off with uranium to the complete, like, maximum amount. I want 200 in each if I have it. You know what? I might be actually getting low on it. Never mind. I thought we had a ton of uranium, but I've used a lot just for this construction here. You know, now that probably allows me to go ahead and get rid of these for sure. Trying to do it in stages, obviously. We still have these over here, which I do want to get rid of too. Reclaim these. I think there's some advanced components I might be able to get back from these. Let's see, what does it take? Yeah, there's one. I'm not sure if we'll get that back when we deconstruct it, but it's worth a shot, you know. Those advanced components can definitely be repurposed for something else. Alright, so let's see how this looks. I'm going to try and do something about these power cables here. Yeah, the visible ones at least. Look at this. Oh, yes. And I tell you, our research is really chugging along now. It's great. There was something. Oh, yeah, hospital beds. That's what we wanted, because we're going to start really seriously working on our hospital now. So real quick, let's slap down a scanner. Where is it? Where is it? Multi-surface ground penetrating scanner. Okay, where should we put this? I'm thinking up here somewhere. This is kind of our outdoor area, kind of. If I put it like right here, yeah, that's not bad. We can put two of them right there for now. That's okay. Again, I'm going to use this room area for something eventually. Probably more bedrooms, but we'll see. This is good for now. Let's keep one of them forbidden, I don't need both of them just yet, but I definitely want one of these. We'll do some steel chairs, because wood is kind of hard to come by. Also, I'm noticing there's a light here that doesn't have power. Yeah, let's change that. We're going to need some power over here. Oh, sad wanderer Browning. Luckily, you didn't have a violent outbreak. We would have had to arrest you. Technological University, that's an interesting ideology. It can't conflict too much with our place, I don't think. Let's see here. No. Oh, well. Yeah, we are missing her festivals and stuff, so that's like her biggest regret, and she wants a neural supercharge. But like I say, if they get violent, we're going to arrest them and convert them. Well, this definitely looks like a much more hellish existence here for the animals, but who cares, right? That's not what's concerned. They are living in a very small little area, but this is much more efficient for us. So also what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to, let's move this thing. I guess I can put it like right here-ish. I just want, no, I'll put it right next to that. That's good. I'm going to move this door actually. So I'm going to build it, reinstall it over here so we can have a nice little walkway. Obviously I'm going to have to take this out and move it somewhere. But I'm thinking about moving it up here once I get some power. But yeah, so I'm just trying to make this maybe almost like a second pathway, you know, through the barn. I don't know about this here. It's in a convenient place for the kitchen staff who has to haul this stuff over here. But I might take this out. Let's tuck it in right over here. Whoops. Yeah, that's not bad. That's a little bit easier for them to walk around and stuff. And we'll move this. Sometimes you just got to play with stuff till you get it perfect, you know. There we go. Looking good. All right. So this is starting to shape up. Like I said, that we've got plans for all this extra space now, which is cool. I can take this fence out of here, which I think I might as well go ahead and just do it. Yep, very good, very good. We also eventually, or not eventually, I did in the past dig up all the graves that we had over here for our colonists, and I just went ahead and cremated the bodies, turned them into fertilizer. You know, I don't think it upsets anybody when you do that. But yeah, so now our colonists, our former dead colonists, are all buried in the gardens. Their bodies have been used to fertilize things. There we go. Man, that was so quick. Let's see here, vitals monitor. You better believe it. So, Empire, would you bring us? Oh, look, 41 uranium. Perfect. Good gift. So, let's see here. Now I've got a bunch of beds. How many can we afford to put in? I've got 64 components. Tell you what, I think I'm going to get one of our people over here working on some more components. Who's this Gizmo? I actually kind of want Rico to do it. Man, he is so slow at making these Jedi robes. He's on his last one, though. But let's get him to make some components for us, too. All right, Rico. This is for you here, bud. And I need you to be quick about it. See, this is why we need those droids. This is exactly what I want the droids for right here. Make a crafting robot and just stick them on one of these fabrication benches making components like non-stop. Oh yeah, that's going to be awesome. But first, we got to research it. Let's see. Let's just make sure. Glitter World. Where's the robot? There it is. Robotics plus plus. Now, obviously, we can trade for these guys too, but the research is very well balanced. It does take a lot. Look, this one, like here, the last one, 30,000 research points. So, like I said, to get through all this is a lot. There's a lot of work behind it, but you can get some really phenomenal robots. I'm sure most of you are probably familiar with the mod, but it's a good one. We'll show it off quite a bit. Let's see here. Research is good. Everything's going good. This colony is on the rise, folks. We haven't been attacked in a while, which is a bit disappointing, but once we get it, set up here, I don't think our attacks are going to matter in the least, unless it's like a drop pod raid. And I'll have to start devising some like inner defenses for drop pods and stuff, because that might be our only weakness at some point. But I think the last thing we're going to do today is slap down this Vulcan cannon. Yep, there it is. So I am going to build it out of granite, which we don't quite have enough for. But I'll go ahead and set up the orders so that we're only doing granite chunks for now. I need to find a nice spot in the mountains where I can actually just carve some granite out. Did I just set that wrong? No, okay. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoy this content, consider hitting like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It helps out a ton. And I will see you guys on the next episode.